This is Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Are you ready to get this business started?
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio.
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio. Yeah. So we are back on the call yet another day. We do this call every single day, Monday through Friday, right from the blog, thestartupbizcoach.com. And, even though you may not be at the blog, the Startup Biz Coach, you might be on iTunes or Stitcher, or you may be on Speaker or YouTube. We are still the Startup Biz Coach, and we're excited that you all have decided to come back on the call yet another day. And so if you're new to the call, we do this call every single day, Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, we interview successful guests to help you in your business. And so I actually interview on Mondays, and I've interviewed a lot of successful people. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to allow so you can just see the guests that are on the lineup. But if you're in business, you're going to need some sort of value. So I talked to this. Let me just give you an example of who people I talked to today. I talked with Kim Garst today, who is a social media expert, and she killed. Oh, my gosh, I was so excited when I got off the call for that. But she's coming soon. I talked with Lucinda Croft, and she talked about vision boards and having a vision. She's the activator. I spoke to Precious Middleton, and she talked about bookkeeping. I love that. That was a good topic. Some of the topics are kind of like a new topic to the show, and I was like, oh, wow, that was a good one. I love that about learning how to keep books in business. And so those were just a few of the people that I spoke to today, but we also have another guest again today. And like I said, you get these calls every single day, Monday through Friday, right at the startupbizcoach.com. So as we do on the Startup Biz Coach Radio, we allow our guests to introduce themselves. So please tell us who you are and what do you do.
I am Harrine Freeman. I am a financial literacy advocate and educator. I provide one-on-one financial counseling to adults, and I provide financial literacy education to youth and adults. I am also the author of the book, How to Get Out of Debt, Get an A credit rating for free.
Oh, that sounds exciting. So let's get into the book. I want to hear about that. I know there's a lot of people that possibly are in debt and don't have an A credit rating. So give us some tips on how to get an A credit rating for free.
Well, the first thing, which everyone already knows, is to pay your bills on time. But if you cannot pay your bills on time, then you want to make sure you develop a relationship with your creditor so you can set up a payment plan to get those bills paid. Also, you want to make sure you get a copy of your credit report once a year from www.annualcreditreport.com, and you want to get your reports from all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You want to look through it very carefully, make sure all of the items are correct. And if there's any discrepancies, dispute them, which you can do either by mail or or online on their website. And then you want.
Okay, go
sure.
ahead.
Go
ahead. Okay. What I was going to ask you was, how long does the debt stay on the credit report? So how far back? Is it 7 years, 10 years? I mean, I don't know how long the debt, or does anything drop off, or how does that work?
Yes. So if you have any late payments, so a late payment is anything that's paid after 30 days is considered a late payment, and that lowers your credit score. And the more you have, the lower your credit score will be. So if you have at least one on your credit report, it will remain there for 7 years. And if you have anything like foreclosure or bankruptcy, things like that, any public records, those items stay for 10 years. If you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, it stays for 7 years. Chapter 13 bankruptcy stays for 10 years.
Now let me ask you a question. So say you haven't did any more negative credit, I guess, in the 7-year period, and so you haven't done anything, or you haven't, I guess, had any bad or good credit, just say for example, in 7 years. What would your credit score be like in something like that?
If you have no credit at all, you basically will just have an empty credit file, and so you won't have a score at all. If you have credit, then that's how your score is generated. So if you don't have anything, your report would just be blank.
Right. So what I really meant to say is, like, say you had negative credit at first, and then in 7 years you didn't do anything other than, say you even didn't pay them off. What would your credit score be like after that? Or is
if you did not pay it off, your credit score will be very low. And the key to increasing your credit score with late payments is to pay it off. So once you pay it off, that helps to increase your credit score. But if you never pay it, that causes a lot of problems. Your account will go to collections. The company may take you to court. They may file a judgment against you. And all of those actions are reported on your credit report. Each of those actions lowers your credit score more and more.
So every time something negative happens, that makes the credit score less.
That's correct.
So, okay. Tell us about some business credit, because I know that somebody on this call, is that the same? First I want to say, is business credit and personal credit. So say you had some negative personal credit, can you still get business credit, one? And then how can you get that business credit?
If you have bad personal credit, you can still obtain business credit, but it's a lot more difficult, because the first thing that a business financer or business lender would do is check your personal credit report to see how you manage your personal finances, which is an indication to them if you will be able to manage your business finances. So if you have bad credit, you really need to work on it. But in the interim, what you can do is you can get what's called a credit card with no personal guarantee, which basically means it's a secured credit card for your business. You also can work with your local branch bank manager and ask them about programs for small businesses who are trying to establish credit. And you also can open what's called a trade line, which is basically an account with like an Office Depot or Staples or a company like that, which will help to establish your business credit if you have that credit.
So definitely, even if you have bad credit, you can get some. I mean, it's a little difficult, but you can get some business credit for your business. That's probably good to know. But the difficult would be is if you have bad credit, would it be good to get it, because maybe you possibly don't have? Are you gonna mess up your business credit?
Right, that's a good point, right. So you have to make sure that if you get business credit that you are able to meet your debt obligations with those creditors to keep your business credit intact, because if you need business credit in the future, that will hinder you from being able to get approved.
Right. Okay. So what's some traditional ways to get credit, to establish business credit?
The traditional ways are, obviously going to a business financer like your bank, a typical credit card company like Visa or MasterCard. You can get business credit through them. And each one of your vendors that you do business with. So if you do business with a vendor and you pay them a bill every month, all of those things contribute to your business credit. There's also a company called Dun & Bradstreet, and they provide a business credit profile. So you have to pay a fee, but they will help you set up your business credit profile. And so if you're trying to apply for contracts or any additional business financing through larger vendors, such as like the Small Business Administration, then that will be helpful to you to make you more favorable when trying to get approved.
So the Duns and Bradstreet, what type of program actually is that?
It is a finance company, and so they have been around for several years, and so they help businesses establish business credit, and they do research on the financial industry and things like that. So they provide you also something called a DUNS number, DUNS number, and that number can be used to apply for contracts and government contracts. So they are the top, I would say, company that is available for businesses to help them establish business credit and provide them with a business credit report.
Oh, wow, that's good. So let me ask you this about a professional business image. What are the most important things when you want to develop a personal business image?
The most important thing is to remember that you are always on. So everything you do will be attributed to your business. So if you go out for a social event, if you go out to a networking event, if you go to a fundraiser, if you go into church, the grocery store, everything you do will be attributed to your business. So you want to make sure you always present a professional image. And I don't mean you always have to have on a suit everywhere you go, but just make sure that you always have your business materials with you in case you run across someone who may need your services. Always be prepared to speak about your business if you are asked about it, or feel free to strike up a conversation. You could strike up a conversation with someone in the grocery store about your business. They may need your services, and now you have a new client. So always be prepared to talk about your business and present your business in a professional way. You want to make sure you have a website, a professional-looking website, not like a free website. I think one of those tools is called Wix. You don't want to use something like that. You want to make sure you have a professional-looking website. You can use WordPress, which is pretty good, but you just want to make sure you present a professional image. Make sure you have business cards that have your contact information and clearly identify what your business does, the service it provides. You want to make sure you have business contact information, a phone number, email address, and not a free email address like Hotmail or Gmail. But if you have a website, try to make sure you have a domain name email address, and then make sure that you have a business mailing address. It could be a P.O. box or your home address or some type of address where your business is located to let people know that you are truly serious about your business and that you're not just run-of-the-mill person that's sitting in some, some back room somewhere just trying to generate sales.
That's good. That's good. When you started your business, did everything just go perfectly well, or did you have some failures in business? And if you did, how did you turn those failures into success?
Yes, tons of failures. The first thing that I tried to do when I started my business, I tried to do everything myself, and I did not I did not create my company support or company structure to hire other people, and so because I did everything myself, I got burned out. I got tired. I would be up all hours of the night, and so what I would say to your listeners is to make sure that you have a support system for your business, someone who can perform administrative tasks, someone who can generate sales for you, someone who can help you sell your products, someone who can answer general questions, use Google Forms or use tools to automate a lot of your processes so you don't spend so much time in your business. You want to work on your business, not in your business.
Come on now.
And even if there's some things that you can't do. So for example, if you can't purchase a domain name and you have to use your Hotmail or Gmail, that's fine. But just put it on your to-do list. Once you are more established that you want to actually purchase a domain name for your business, you want to actually create email addresses. You want to actually hire a business coach or have a mentor, things like that, to help you really have a good, solid foundation for your business so that your business remains sustainable. So many businesses, go under and fail after 2 or 3 years, and so you